Good morning, Stockholm. Agile Sweden. Good to be back. So, Strategy 101. I will now teach you what you should know about strategy, and you will know more than 95% of the C-suite of the world. So, let's go. What's this? A wave, a big wave. It's not a tsunami, it's a freak wave. And this shows that the world has been turbulent since at least the 1700s in Japan. You see the Mount Fuji in the background. You see some poor sailors in the boats. So this is the world we live in. It's been like this for a long, long time. But what's different now? Well, the world is digital. It's not only atoms flying around, it's bits. And bits are orders of magnitude faster than atoms. So that's the shift, and that's what we feel. That's why the world is even more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous these days. So why strategy? Can't we just be agile? Well, I would like to say that in order to be sustainably successful in these turbulent times, we need something more, and that's what we'll talk about. What is strategy? So it's about choices, it's about actions and decisions. So choices of an aligned direction for the organization done regularly. And not every year, not every 5 years, but perhaps quarterly. Actions, decisions in this aligned direction by everyone, everywhere in the organization, every day. Sounds like strategy to you? Let's dig in. First, a commercial break or technical timeout, as they say in the US. So I'm Erik Schön. I've been doing strategy since the late 90s as an individual contributor all the way to being the CEO. I've worked in small, large companies, startups, scale-ups, incumbents, Ericsson, NetEnt, Framfab, Airline Solutions, and I wrote a book about strategy. How do we do this? We talked about the what and the why. What about the how? So let's think about stakeholders and their needs and the capabilities we need in order to make strategy happen. So societies, organizations, teams, individuals, customers, competitors, these are the stakeholders. And we talked about this, they all need sustainable success in turbulent times. So what capabilities do we need as an organization to make this happen? Well, we need the capability of observing facts, data, the current situation. Start there. Then we need orientation, with the capability to orient ourselves as a team, a leadership team, management team, so we sing from the same hymn sheet, so we have the same picture of reality. We need a purpose. We need the capability to form a purpose for our organization based on the observations, based on the orientation. And in order to develop, to create the strategy, we need to make decisions. We need to make choices. We look at the trade-offs, we make the choices, we make the decisions of the direction where we're heading. In order to make the strategy happen, to deploy it, we need autonomy, we need alignment, the capabilities for those. We had a good explanation from Joachim in the previous talk. So that's what we talk about, alignment for autonomy. And that will give us momentum, that will give us speed, it will give us innovation, it will give us engagement. So let's dig in, how to create strategy more concretely. There's this beautiful, powerful method for visualizing strategy to create it called Wardley mapping. It will visualize the evolution of tech and business, and it will help you to make those choices to shape the environment, not only be reactive and adaptive. It will answer a lot of questions. What do our customers, who are our customers, what are their needs, what's our market position, where's competition, what technology, how is technology evolving, how's the business evolving, where do we focus, what moves do we make? So there's a lot of questions that this visualization will help you answer. This is the graph. On the vertical axis, you will see customers and their needs and the components or capabilities needed in order to fulfill those customers' needs. On the horizontal axis, you will see evolution from Genesis at the left-hand side by a custom built as a consultant or a product built by a product company, a commodity like water or electricity. So that's the evolution actually. It's not time, it's evolution. So customer here in this case would like to play games on a VR headset or on a console or on a PC or a Mac. You need some kind of content, you need a distribution network, you need a gaming engine, you need a gaming platform, you need a lot of things. So these are the capabilities of the components that you would need in order to make a game. And all the way down here we have power. So power is a commodity, Genesis is a new game, you want new games, not old games, right? So this picture that you draw together in your team can help you to make decisions and choices. In this case, the focus is on the VR headset, the console and the mobile, and on the distribution. The expected market changes. You will see how gaming engines and gaming platforms, for instance, move towards commodity over time. And you can make those choices. In this case, the company choose to build the gaming engine and the gaming platform in-house. They choose to buy things off the shelf because these are more moving towards commodity, and even outsource compute and other things. So this is an example of how you can use this visualization to help you make the right decisions and make the right choices. And you do it together on a whiteboard. It's fantastic. How to make strategy happen? Alignment for autonomy. I think many of you may have seen this picture. It's intent, what and why on the vertical axis, actions on how on the horizontal axis, and you want high autonomy and high alignment. So I take us to the upper right corner because that's where we want to be. We want to have high alignment on the what and the why, the intent. And if you have that, you can grant a lot of autonomy, maximum autonomy in how to do things. So the pointy-haired boss, we need to cross the river in order to reach our destination. Figure out how. Then you have a lot of empowerment, a lot of autonomy, and you have high alignment. People know what and why, and they can figure out what to do it. And this gives speed, innovation, and engagement. So an example here. This is from both a big company like Ericsson and a small startup like Jimdo in a barn outside of Hamburg. So you want to start with creating alignment on the what and why, on the intent. So you have dialogues with all the teams and all the individuals on strategy. For example, using Wardley maps, because those are easily understandable and it's a great conversation starter. Then giving autonomy on how to act and design in line with intent. Well, quarterly challenge, something in line with your strategy, and then ask the teams, how will you contribute? What are you going to do as a team to contribute to this quarterly challenge? This is changed every quarter. Then you let the teams change their actions and decisions based on the learning during this quarter. So this has been proven in reality to work really, really well. So, to summarize, strategy is choices, line direction done regularly. It's actions and decisions in this aligned direction by everyone, everywhere, every day. And this will take you to this nice picture, which is also by Hokusai. But here you see the birds flying together in the same direction towards Mount Fuji. Doesn't matter if it's a storm. It's harmony. And if you want to learn more, you have the QR code here. I hope that you now know more than 95% of the CEOs and the C-suite of this world. And please try this out next week on Monday and check out the videos, the blog posts, the articles, and the books on strategy. Thank you.